Hi, welcome back to Real Talk with Sarasota's luxury waterfront specialist, Roger Pettingell. Hey, Roger.
Mary Kay, beautiful beach morning.
It is. We're here at Longboat Key Towers.
You can't see it, but that's all beach out there.
It is really absolutely gorgeous. You know, for the last several years, the market has really been very robust.
It has.
Right?
If you remember, like 2008,
right.
And then 9 and 10 were still a little slow, and we've really recovered since then.
Right. So I would think that a lot of people would be thinking to themselves, you know, maybe I should try my hand at this real estate business.
You know, not at least once a week I'll get a call from somebody, and they're like, you know, I want to do what you do.
Who doesn't?
How do I do that? How do I, you know? So first of all, it takes 35 years. So, you know, you want to plan some time.
Right, right.
But this is always the time. I remember back in 2005, that was kind of, we had these 2003, 2004 were crazy years here, like 35% appreciation.
Nuts
and
pricing.
everybody wanted to be in real estate. All these companies like Help You Sell came to the market. You know, anything like super discount, cutting commissions. Like, you know, we'll put up a sign for you for $300. You know. But, you know, as always, you do get what you pay for, right? So those companies really never survived or thrived, you know, as soon as the market changed, especially. And a lot of people, I think, I don't have the exact numbers, but I remember looking back before, if you look at Sarasota Board of Realtors, the applications for new membership, they always go up this time of year. Mm-hmm. And I think that people do think that it might be a little bit easier than it actually is. And it does take a long time to get a good client base, you know, and to have a profession running. So you can't just do it for that short-term good time.
And you've got to have good systems and protocol and follow through. It's not just about selling.
I feel a little sorry for people, honestly, that are starting today because the business is so much bigger than it used to be. Mm-hmm. I mean, when I started, the contract was one page double-sided, and now I think we're at 16 pages, not to talk about all the mandatory addendums and the things you need to get from the associations.
Right.
And, I mean, there's a lot to it, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not as, I think it was a lot easier before, plus there used to be like a lot fewer of us. But still, it's a great profession to get into. It's just not as easy as people think. I think a lot of people nowadays are starting either with a developer or maybe working on a team of an established realtor. That seems to make sense. It just would be hard, even if you have a big sphere of influence as somebody coming in, to compete with somebody who's already been doing it for 35 years. You
have to have a lot of stick-to-itiveness and patience.
And some money saved up.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, I mean, this is a 100% commission-based business. Mm-hmm. So you can't just, it takes, 60 to 90 days to get to a closing. So there's a lot involved. I mean, I'd always be open to talk to somebody about it. You know, I think I've mentored a bunch of people. I'm happy to always do that. So if you're ever interested, give us a call,
Right.
It's a great business. It just takes some work.
We'd be happy to talk to you, 941-387-1840, or be sure to visit us often at longboatrealestate.com. Thanks for joining us on Real Talk. See you next time.